Hello, welcome to episode 3 of Gotta Start Somewhere. Unfortunately, I hit mute on the first little portion of the video, so I've been having some trouble bringing it up, but now I am starting. So, very similar to the team that I ran with the Tornadoes, which is in the back. But I'm still gonna bring the same four to see if I can do a little bit better this time. Shade Rider, Zamazenta, probably like a Zamazenta Tornadoes, Smeargle Zamazenta, anything like that. Rillaboom, I gotta be careful of. Now I know. Hopefully I learned something from the first two losses. Kyogre, Tornadus. I want to... This is pretty bad for my Kyogre to do something, right? But Bleak Windstorm will do something. I'm going to reflect, set up the wall, and Water Spout or Ice Beam. I could Ice Beam the Tornado spot. I know that I'm supposed to use the water spouts and all that to bring down the enemy, but I can't really do much damage against the enemy Rillaboom, and I am worried that the Tornadus is going to use the Bleak Windstorm to kill me. Okay, so that brings out a decent chunk. It can U-turn, so I am a little bit worried about that. So I am Thunder Waving into... No, I think I want to switch out for the U-turn. Maybe bring out my Landorus. Foul Play into Tornadus, switch out into Landorus. I am worried about the U-turn coming out. The Tornadus doesn't have much to do. Grassy Glide, Bleak Windstorm, yep. So that's what I was worried about. Foul Play into the Tornadus does KO. Does it know that I have a Sludge Bomb? Is the question, right? But it might switch out the Rillaboom, but it doesn't really know. I don't think he would know that I'm running the Sludge Bomb if the enemy is using something better. Yeah, Raging Bolt, right? So I'm just going to Scarf. I have the... I'm going to Reflect. So probably Grassy Glide into my Grimmsnarl and the maybe Dragon Pulse into my Landorus. So Sandsear Storm is 100% accurate. Oh, I see. Maybe he's trying to take out my Landorus, if that is the case. But I do have the Reflect up. Sandsear Storm hits the Rillaboom. Probably doesn't do that much damage. That is a crit. Okay, U-turn into the Grimmsnarl. Goes back to Mr. Percy. I can get up another wall, which is great. Or if is that a shield rider? No, that's a Zamazenta. Zamazenta does have wide guard. I want to Thunder Wave the Zamazenta before I die. I have no choice other than to press the Sincere Storm. I could switch out if he decides to wide guard. Okay. Let's see what he does. Okay, right guard on Zamazenta. But like I said, I don't have any other choice. Thunder Wave into the Zamazenta, so now he is a least slower. Sincere Storm gets blocked by the White Guard, and probably Dragon Pulse into my Landorus spot to kill the Landorus. Oh no, Draco Meteor. It's basically the same thing. Now it has pretty low attack, special attack. He will probably switch out into the Rillaboom. Doesn't have the Tailwind anymore. I think I have one more turn of snow. Of rain. Calyrex will come out, and I am going to. He will probably Behemoth Bash into that slot. So I want to Light Screen to set up the wall. No, if I know that he's going to switch out and Behemoth Bash into my or Body Press, probably gonna foul play, and I'm going to protect Parasol into the Zamazenta, probably the Dragon Pulse. Oh wow, Grass Terrastal on the Zamazenta. The Glacial Lance would have done a decent amount of damage. Calyrex will protect to bait out the Body Press. Okay, Thunderbolt into the Grimmsnarl. He stays in. Okay, I should have put on the Light Screen. Probably Body Press into that slot. Now the rain stops. The grass is gone. The grass will come back. Kyogre is going to come back. I am faster. The rain is back. Ice Beam into the Zamazenta. And I'm going to use Trick Room. Glacial Lance will be wide guarded. But I think I'm okay with that. Because if he wide guards, he's not doing damage. If he's not doing damage, it's going to be the Rillaboom, most likely. Borirarka. I think that's what it is. Grass is out. Ice Beam into the Zamazenta. Does not kill. Oh, and he is paralyzed, and Glacial Lance is going to take out both? Oh no. Not both. Okay, my attack rose. It is going to be the Raging Bolt again. Ice Beam into the Zamazenta slot. And protect. probably a Draco Meteor into, or Thunderbolt into the Calyrex. Okay, paralyze again. I think he pressed Y guard. Ice Beam, because he has priority, right? And he's not supposed to. Now the enemy, Draco Meteor into the Kyogre doesn't do that much damage. But now I'm going to use Origin Pulse. Oh no, it's just one. And that should be it. Alright, a little bit of maneuvering around. Worked out better in my favor today. It's still a pretty close matchup, but I think I played around a little bit better. Maybe the opponent's team is a little bit easier for me to digest. And then I wonder if my ranking has rose a very, very tiny bit. Yes, but I did lose 2 times in a row. Alright, so if you like the video so far, please subscribe, leave a like, comment, anything helps with the channel, and I will see you in the VOD review. So here you go. I didn't have much time to talk about the team because of the mute shenanigan that I had, but the enemy was running Shade Rider, Zamazenta, Raging Bolt, Rillaboom, Tornadus, Smeargle, and the enemy brought out the lead of Tornadus, Rillaboom, and in the back there was a Zamazenta and a Raging Bolt. My 4 would stay the same. I think it stays the same other than Magiana, Zacian, or the enemy Kyogre. Then I will bring out the Rillaboom or Shifu for Zamazenta and such. I mean Zacian and stuff, such for the close combats. But I think the 4 that I bring in, the good nice thing about it is I just bring the 4 and it really depends on how I play that matters. I did say I thought he was going to bring out the restricted Mon first, but he ended up bringing out the Tornadus and the Rillaboom. And that is something to take note of. I don't have a way to one-shot Tornadus, even with my Ice Beams, even with, maybe if I Ice Beam Foul Play, that was it. But Grimmsnarl is not really about the foul plays. Grimmsnarl is more about setting up the walls, setting up the disruptions. So that is which I think I was successfully able to do. So here's a lead. I knew Fake Out was going somewhere. I knew Tailwind was going somewhere. I just didn't think that it was going towards the Grimmsnarl in this case. What did I do? I think I tried to set up a wall. Yeah, and also Ice Beam. I did Grass Terrastall for any Grass Slider shenanigans, but I did reveal my Terrastall a little bit too early. But I don't think I have a problem with that, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it's better if I use it on someone else, but I don't think there was anyone who could have done. See, Fake Out into there, does a Tailwind, I knew that was going to happen. And I know the enemy Tornadus is pretty useless at this point, but because I have Grass Terrastalized on my Kyogre, the Bleak Wind Storm was a scaring point for me. So I think in here I switch out the Kyogre, Foul Play to, I think I used the Foul Play here, right? In the end, to take out the big damage that it may do against my Kyogre, because I wanted to preserve it as much as possible. So foul play into the Tornadoes, switching out the Kyogre into the Landorus, predicting the Bleak Wind Storm. I knew it wouldn't kill, and I knew that my Landorus would attack faster. Next turn, it probably will not die, right? And Grassy glides into the Grimmsnarl. Foul plays to take out the Tornadoes. And then here, I think I'm thinking back, I would do the same thing over again, setting up the reflect, setting up the attack. I thought the Rillaboom was going to switch out, but I don't think it ended up doing that, right? This is the Raging Bolt. But reflect to set up the wall. And I am locked into whatever that I decide to use here. But he does protect, so this is the best thing. I could have done Sludge Bomb, but then if the enemy's Zamazenta comes out, I don't really have anything to hit against it. So just Sense Your Storm for a little bit of chip damage. It's better than nothing. I was going to hit again. I think it U-turns, right? And brings out the Zamazenta. And my and now I am basically forcing the enemy to do something at this point, because Zamazenta needs to do something against my Landorus, or uses Guard or anything like that, right? I think Grimmsnarl, I think the better thing to do instead of trying to use foul play was just set up a wall. They might have been too early for the foul play. It should do what it was designed to do. Now I kind of miss, the Aurora Veil, but he's very ugly. Now that I realize. But here, setting up a light screen was the play. White guards and Thunderbolt takes out. Oh no, I used Thunder Wave. Okay, so that's right. There is a turn after, but this is the right thing to do because Tailwind was almost over. But not that I was kind of understanding that, but this was scarfed, and I had two very strong restrictive mons in the back. I think sacking the Landorus was definitely the play. Since he cannot use a Thunderbolt, it needed to use either like a Dragon Pulse or some sort of, like a it ended up being a Draco Meteor, which lowered the attack. Sorry, special attack. I think the next turn here, if I have pressed the light screen, which I ended up not doing, then maybe my Grimmsnarl would have been able to survive another turn. And then it protects. Against the body press. But a light screen here would have definitely worked in my favor. It does protect against that. Now my Kyogre is out. Now I am scared about the White Guard, so I am using Ice Beams to kill. He's contemplated about Trick Room, but the Zamazenta was slow enough that probably wouldn't have been a problem. So now I give them, be like, hey, are you going to White Guard and let Zamazenta not do anything? Or are you going to, do something with your Zamazenta? And here, press the surge and does decent amount of damage. And the two fully paralyzed definitely was clutch, and it kills the Rillaboom. And from here, I think the game is set. I protected again. I don't know why I protected here. I should have just attacked. Because if he wide guards, he wide guards. If he attacks, I win. So in here I should have just attacked. Protect was useless. It only helped me out because he was fully paralyzed. I mean, all in all, wouldn't have changed anything. He would have wide guarded an ice beam, but if he was fully paralyzed, I could have just take out both of them right here, right now. But there you go. Doesn't do that much damage, and in here the battle was won. Okay. Even in the wins, there are things to learn. Even in the losses, there are things to learn. But I'm starting to understand a little bit about this team, which is great. But there is definitely more to learn and more to maneuver around, see what I'm going to do with these. And I'm excited to see where this takes me. And I hope that you guys are also wanting to keep an eye out of how I do. Well, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next battle.